vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Welcome. Happy Sunday over here at Sexy Sundays, UStyle Magazine Talk Radio. Thank you guys for joining me again this evening. It is always a pleasure to help you guys get your week started. I love y'all. I see everybody tuning in on my Facebook Live. Hey, you guys, I'm feeling a little better, but I'm still a little nasaled. I'm full of Theraflu right now, so just hang in there with me. Thank you guys again. I had an amazing weekend. I want to give a shout out over there to those people over there at the Perfume Chick. My mic went out. Did my mic go out? Okay. I'm sorry. Shout out to the ones over there at the Perfume Chick Galleria. I went there on Saturday to do my business pop-up. You guys are absolutely amazing. I am wearing my beloved right now that everybody absolutely loves. So I want to give them a shout out over there. They have a beautiful, beautiful establishment. So you guys make sure that you get there, check them out. They have some great products. Some great all-natural body products, shea butter, salt scrubs. They have the oil burners. I mean, they have absolutely everything. And she also gives facials. So you guys get over there, check them out. Like I say, they have an amazing establishment over there. They're at 3425 Branch Avenue in Temple Hills. And again, it's called the Perfume Chick Galleria. It's their new location. And I'm telling you guys, it's absolutely beautiful in there. So make sure that you get there early, because it was a lot of people in there when I was there. So make sure you get there early. Support them over there. They are doing an amazing job, and I absolutely fell in love with the place. So I want to thank you guys again for having us there. We had a great time. We'll have some footage coming up really soon. So make sure you guys stay on the lookout for that. Continue to follow me, of course, on all of my social media. On Facebook, I am UStyle Magazine Talk Radio. Also, you can follow me on my personal page, which is Bridget UStyle Mag Davis. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter as UStyle Magazine. And, of course, make sure that you are subscribing to my YouTube channel, which is also UStyle Magazine as well. There, you'll be able to catch all of my previously recorded broadcasts. So make sure that you stay with your girl. Don't miss me. Hang out with me. I have an amazing guest that's going to be joining me tonight. She actually has her own talk show. So me and her are going to sit up here and we're going to chit-chat for a little while. Her name is Miss Shadonna Stubbs, and she is the host of The Stubbs Show. So you guys don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Also, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor. I always forget to do this every single week, and I am so sorry. But shout out to Mr. Miles Ross over there at the Goodman League. I love you, boss man. You were the first one that believed in me and decided to put some money behind me. So I really appreciate it. Of course, your gesture has never, ever been forgotten. So I just wanted you to know how much I appreciate you for always supporting me and always being the first one to step up to the plate and let me know that you had my back. So I love you, brother. You are awesome. I appreciate you again. You guys make sure you stay with me. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to take a quick break, get my guest up here, and we're going to get started because I don't want my throat to dry out. So don't go anywhere. Give me a few minutes. Let me just take a quick break, get her up here, and we're going to get started with this awesome interview, another one. So I'll see you guys in 2 shakes. Don't go anywhere. Hey, you guys, welcome back. Of course, this is your girl over here at UStyle Magazine Talk Radio. And I'm sitting here with my lovely guest for tonight, Miss Shadonna Stubbs of The Stubbs Show.
Hey, you guys.
Hi, sweetie pie. How are you?
I'm feeling great. You know, she says Shadonna Stubbs. You know, everybody call me Stubbs, girl.
That's right, Stubbs.
But that's okay. That's okay. That's my full name. It's something new this year, 2018. So
Right, exactly.
thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We've been counting down the days, right?
Yeah, my first radio interview. You know, I interview a lot of people, but I don't get to get interviewed.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm nervous. I'm like,
I was gonna say, because that's what we was just in here talking. Like, it's a different feel when you're on the other end, right? It's like, oh,
and this isn't
what am I
scripted,
gonna
you
say?
guys. Yeah, it isn't scripted. It's
Right.
really live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you
Let
for having
everybody
me.
know exactly what you do.
All right. Well, of course, she already said I'm the host of the Stubbs Show. I'm also the founder and CEO of the Leap of Faith Network.
Okay.
I'm a community activist, and I like to call myself now a realistic motivational speaker.
Okay.
I'm a mom, you know, and sister, aunt, those basic things. But a community activist, motivational speaker, and running my shows is most important for me.
Exactly. I love that. So what made you get into community activism? I think that's like, I've watched, you know, all of the different things that you're doing, and I think it's amazing. So let's start there. Like, what made you get into that?
Just seeing a need. Actually, when I first started getting into church back in those days, you know, when I was religious, I wanted to learn about going out and doing ministry work.
Okay.
And I went and sat with the homeless people who at first I thought when they were talking, you know, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a crazy experience. I don't know what to expect.
Right.
But when I went out there, I learned that these people have some real stories. You know, they have things to encourage us. You know, they're more, they're actually stronger than us to be able to live out on the street and survive. So as I sat out there, they began to minister to me.
Right.
And it just grew on me. I just started saying, I want to do more. I want to give more. And I have a 17-year-old son and a 12-year-old son. So back then I knew I wanted to leave something for them and show them how to give, and open up their heart to other people. So we got out there and started giving.
You know what? And I find that absolutely amazing because isn't it funny the encouragement that you can get from somebody that has absolutely nothing?
Mm-hmm.
But they find a way to pour into you, when you sit and you talk to them. Did you find that?
I actually found that out in my own life that,
Right.
You really find yourself in those down and dark places, when you have no one to depend on. You don't have anyone that can come and rescue you. You can't pick up the phone and call 911. It's either you going to fight or you going to quit.
Exactly.
And, and when that fight come into you, fight or flight, it's like, I'm not running from it. I'm going to take it. You find yourself during those hard times. And that's what I learned through them. They encourage me more than, I can encourage myself sometimes. So that's why I love it.
So I know, of course, like I said, you do the Stub Show.
Mm-hmm.
Is that primarily your platform that you use your show for?
Yeah, I use my the Stub Show to highlight other people, actually, to show, some people who can't get an interview or they feel like they can't get onto other shows. I try to, bring them on and also show testimonies, real life testimonies, to show that you didn't just become this person. It took trials, tribulations, problems to get there. And let's share it with people because that's what encouraged us to keep going. So that's what that's the real thing that I use the Stub Show for.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So what has been the most interesting guest you've had on your show? Because I know you've had a lot of very interesting ladies come on your show.
Okay, so I've been doing this for a while. This is almost my 5th year. But the Stub Show is just something new. It used to be the Leap of Faith show.
Okay.
And so throughout my interviews, the most interesting interview I had was with a woman who was in church with her husband, and he was a minister and father of her children, and she found out he was gay.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Real life story.
It's going on.
Awesome.
So when that was like for me, like, oh my gosh, is this really what's going on?
Exactly.
And then for the Stub Show recently, I had a young lady on that I knew, and she was 20-something years old. Shout out to Beautiful Believer, doing great things in the community. And she told her story of being kidnapped. And the way she told her story, it was as if this happened in America, and it just amazes me. And I do it like you do. It's unscripted. It's just live. We're talking. So sometimes I'm like,
I know you like get stuck.
Yeah,
because again, it's not scripted.
Yeah.
So when you hear something that kind of takes you back, you're like,
okay, like how do we keep going from here? Yeah,
right,
it's
exactly, because now I'm trying to take in what you just said.
Yeah, how do I ask you
I
something else? Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
Exactly.
So yeah, I have shows like that, and it's like, all right, well then, you know what? You want to open up? Let's just go there, and we just go there, and it helps other people.
So Leap of Faith, that is basically you.
Yeah, I took a leap of faith.
Right, exactly. I was going to ask you what brought about that title.
Ooh, leap of faith.
What was going on in your life at that particular time that you said, this is going to be the name of my company?
I started this promoting in a club.
Okay.
And in all honesty, I was rolling the pills, drinking, getting high, and just, that would keep me up at night because, I had to be up during the night to the morning.
Okay.
And I just had like a little voice told me, I want to use you. And I got myself together in a radio station called The Beat 1650. I got to give them a shout out because that's where I started. And I started doing a gospel show there, and I named it Leap of Faith. And I said, from here on out, I'm just going to take a leap of faith into this because I don't know what's going on, but I feel my spirit saying, do this.
Exactly.
And
girl, look, you just made me get chills just now because I'm just sitting here thinking, and when you just said where you were, and even though you were, I know it sounds a little cliche-ish, but even though you were in the pit of hell, God still blessed you.
Yes, he did. Well,
he still put his hand on you and blessed you with something to get you out of there.
Yeah. Well, I was married at the time, so I went through a divorce. It's like I said yes to this one thing to take a leap of faith, and then everything that I knew fell apart.
Right.
So I got a divorce. And I don't mind sharing this because I told it before.
Right.
I got a divorce, and everything that I knew fell apart from having a home, with my ex-husband. I'm not downing him in any way.
Right.
You know, I just had to get out there and take a leap of faith. I had to learn what faith was. I was a stay-at-home mom, so I didn't know about working, paying bills. It was a shock to me to actually, start paying bills. I was like, oh, this is what he was doing,
Exactly.
So I had to learn how to do these things. I had to, survive.
Right.
And through survival, I had to learn about faith. I had to believe that the next day everything was going to be okay,
This is just a moment, and tomorrow is another day.
Yeah, I had to believe that I'm going through this for a lesson.
That's right.
I had to believe those things because I had nothing.
Right.
But I left with the leap of faith. He took the home and everything else. I had the caddy he brought me, and I had my business.
Right.
And that's what I left with, the leap of faith.
Exactly. And that's what God used to prepare you.
Mm-hmm.
So he let you have that.
Mm-hmm.
Let him have everything else because you don't need that. You need this right here because I gave you this.
Yeah. And that was the thing that I leaned on. Whether I was down, out, sick, stressed, busted, disgusted, my spirit kept fighting to work for the leap of faith. And I didn't understand it. I could be crying and I'm steady raising.
Right.
And I'm like, but why? I want to quit. Why not? And I just kept waking up doing that. So then New Visions came. He sent people along. Shout out to everyone who has supported this journey.
Right.
People would invest ideas. They would teach me stuff. All of the people who don't want to be servants. I was a servant to other people, and I learned from them. And I just let them teach me. I became a student.
Right.
I'm always
and
open to be a
You
student.
have to be accepting of everything, the good, the bad, because you can take all of it and use all of it as a learning experience. That's what I found out. The good, the bad, the ugly, it hurts, it makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it makes you happy. You got to take all of that and use all of that.
And that's the only way to be able to keep going.
Exactly.
To know what all that feels like, to know that, okay, this is this feeling for now. I've been here.
Exactly.
Tomorrow's going to be something else been there, but the most important thing is life,
Exactly.
So that's why I'm crazy like I am,
I know. I saw one of your pictures, and I can't remember if it was on your IG page or on your Facebook page, and you were in the middle of the street, and you were just dancing
probably
and
Instagram.
And I said, I love it. I absolutely love it because it's like no matter what comes, I'm going to continue to dance. I'm going to keep laughing. I'm going to keep having a good time.
And keep shining.
That's right.
Whether you like it or not.
You cannot stop my shine.
Yeah, I done had nothing.
That's right.
So it was something. God darn it, I'm going to enjoy it.
Exactly. That's right. So what words of encouragement have you found yourself giving other women that may go through a divorce and find themselves with nothing? Because clearly you have a story, and just that alone.
Know your worth.
Right.
Know that you're going to go through things.
Right.
Know that no matter what they think, because you're going to have those times where it's like, okay, I've been with him for 16 years. We've been raising our children. That's my high school boo. Exactly. He wasn't in high school with me because he's older than me, but that's what I had in high school. We were the ones that people looked at and said, you're going to make it to your seniors and dying together.
Right.
So you got to understand that they're going to look at you and they're going to want to know why. They're going to want to know the ins and outs. You don't have to tell them.
Exactly.
You don't owe them anything.
Exactly.
Get over the pain. Don't be bitter. Want the best for him.
What? And I think that, a lot of us that feel like we owe an explanation as to why this didn't work out is because we don't want to be looked upon like, dang, her marriage didn't work. This and you know what I'm saying?
But you're going to feel like that.
Yeah, so I think we get caught up in that.
Yeah, you're going to feel like, was it you?
Owe an explanation, right.
And then you also get caught up with your friends. And then you have times where you're going to be down and you don't want to talk.
Exactly.
But you got to find the right people to talk to because some of those people should have stopped you or could have helped the marriage.
Exactly.
But they didn't say certain things, I got girlfriends now that, they would have been like, okay, well, this happened, that happened. Girl, you can stay and get through that, You can work that out. You ain't the only one, do you have this, do you have that? But then you have those that's going to say, I wouldn't put up with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that.
Exactly.
You don't know what you're taking.
Exactly. When you're put in that situation, you don't know
You don't know, even if you're not put in that situation in today's time, you don't know what you're taking.
Exactly.
You know, you're just going with what you see.
Exactly.
You know, so I just tell women to love yourself.
Right.
You know, and go with every day.
Exactly.
However you feel.
Exactly.
You know, if you want to cry, cry.
Right. Right.
You want to be happy, be happy. You want to dance, dance. You know, you want to be angry, and accept it.
Exactly.
Accept your ish.
Exactly. Right. You know what? And I think you commented on a post that I put up today.
Okay.
Accepting your mess.
Yeah, accept it.
Yeah, accept it, because there comes a time that, and we all have been there. There comes a time that, you get caught up in your mess.
Yeah.
You get caught up in your mess, but as you grow older, when that growth comes in, you have to learn how to carry your mess.
Yeah, and admit your mess. So when somebody call you out on your mess, that's my mess. I know.
That's my
but
mess,
I got my bag.
But I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I ain't asked you to carry my mess.
That's right.
I told you about it. You know what I'm saying? It's in my own little bag
That's
right
right.
here.
That's
I
right.
ain't asked you to poop or scoop for me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asked you to take me out like a little dog and get it on up.
Right.
I'm in my own neighborhood, boo. I got my bag.
Exactly.
You know, but just help me with my bag.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Be loving with my bag.
Exactly.
Take my ish sometimes, you know, and then sometimes get on me about my ish.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's mine.
Do you find that people at times when it comes to that can be a little judgmental? Like I found that you have people that can be very judgmental when it comes to situations like that.
If you're not understanding of it, you are. There's things that I have been judgmental about because I haven't been through it yet. And I thought about what I would do and how I would handle it. And then it's like, God was like, oh, okay, you want to run your mouth? Boom, you're going to go through it.
Exactly.
Here it goes. Now it's
your
your turn now.
Let's see how you handle it.
And then if you're an adult, you can go back to that person and say, I apologize. I didn't know. You know, or you can just be, you know, a person of who you are and just not accept your ish.
Right.
You know, but yeah, we all have had our times where we're judgmental. But I think the more older we become, the more trash we go through and drama.
Exactly.
Freedom.
Right.
You just be like, I don't care about what they're doing as long as you, like Kendrick Lamar say, love me.
Right. Exactly.
Just love me. That's it.
So I know that also, you know, on your show, you well, not, and probably not just on your show, but just in general, while you're out doing, you know, your community work and stuff, you do talk to women about like domestic violence. I think you got into several topics dealing
on my
with
show.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what brought that on?
I think all women experience it in some form or some way, whether it's physical, mental, verbal. We go through the verbal abuse. Don't even
and
lie.
Don't know it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
No,
you
some
don't
of us
it.
know it.
Yeah.
But we accept, like I say, I accept what I want to accept.
Right.
But I say that sometimes we give it too. Or sometimes we're feeding into it instead of just saying, you know, I'm not tolerating this. I'm not putting up with that. So I just say, if it's not, you know, physical is the worst for me. Right. You know, because it's like, girl, you deserve better, you know.
See, I say, no, you say physical. I say mental. I say that mental.
Yeah, because it can have you doing things you ain't supposed to do.
Yes, and then not only that, once it gets up in here, your mind has a tendency to replay it over and over and over and over again. So how do you heal from that? Because it's up here. You know what I'm saying? So I say physical,
mental can be,
but I think, in my opinion, mental can be the harshest.
But physical you can't hide.
Right.
There's eventually physical will kill you.
Exactly.
Mental you could recover from.
Right.
There's things that physical abuse can do to you that you can never recover from.
Exactly.
So that's why I say physical, but mental is hard too. But we get that from our girlfriends sometimes, you know.
But you know, it's different. It's different coming from your girlfriend than coming from your man.
What's the difference?
It's to me, because you know, with your girlfriend, you can kind of laugh it off. But with your man, you sitting there like, no, he just didn't. Wait a minute, did he just
But we're talking
say?
about abuse.
Well,
Your
yeah.
girlfriend should just be joking with you.
Yes,
When
and
she's
that's what I'm
starting to
saying,
turn
right.
it into abuse where it's messing with your mind.
Right, exactly.
Girl, that ain't your girlfriend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Those
So,
not your folks.
Yeah, those not your people.
Right.
So they not in the same birds of the feather flocking together.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be flocking with you. So, but I, you know, and I have experienced it. Right. So it hasn't been to the point where it's like I had to hide something, maybe a little mark here that I could put on a shirt or something like that. But, I've experienced it. But what I learned is it's because I accepted it.
Right.
Somehow I liked it. When I seen it
Again,
coming, I was
accepting your mess, knowing that I did take some part in this because I allowed it.
yeah. So who am I? I can't really just blame that person.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
yeah, but that's something I don't like to deal with. If there's gonna be some abuse going on, I'm gonna be abusing myself. I'm just telling you,
Exactly.
mentally, physically, all that. I'm gonna do that to myself. I ain't gonna let
Exactly.
nobody do that to me. But yeah.
Right. So I know with your Leap of Faith organization, what other things that you guys do?
Well, the Leap of Faith network is more so about inspiring people. Our philosophy is connecting the world through faith. I don't want people to think it's a religious factor. It's not. It's about faith. Helping people to take a leap of faith, helping them to understand that just accept yourself.
Exactly.
So we do community events. We we create events and host them on our own. We also put out a newsletter every month to our subscribers, and you can subscribe to that newsletter as well.
And how do you subscribe to it? Because I want to subscribe to it. I'm sitting here.
Follow us on Facebook, the Leap of Faith Network. The Leap of Faith Network. I ain't got to spell it for you. If you don't know how to spell that, we're going to put you on the bus. But the Leap of Faith Network. And sometimes you got to put in LLC. So that's on Facebook. Okay. And you can shoot me an email, worldoffaith@yahoo.com.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you can sign up for the newsletter?
Yep. You can sign up. You can promote your business on there. You can become our feature on there. Yeah, just we got a lot going on. You can sponsor us. You can donate to us. You can work with us. All of that. And we also do marketing and media on there too.
And because that's what I want to get into now. I want to talk about this also for a minute. I know that you recently had like an event, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I just couldn't get out there, but you had the coolest event where women gathered together.
Pillow talk.
Yes. I thought that was amazing. What brought about that?
Knowing that women need to talk.
Right.
We I have so many women that I'm around, and then they come and they talk to me about a situation, and I'm like, I can't tell this person this situation. I can't, but I'm like, I can get all of them in one room.
Exactly.
Let them put their questions in a box. Exactly. And we just pull them. You don't have to say your name. You don't have to do anything. And then get down. We cut the lights down. We put candles out. We had wine.
Oh, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, women brought their pillows. I was amazed that they actually brought their pillows. And we just sat on the floor, and we kind of like lowered ourselves.
Right.
So, because that's what sitting on the floor is kind of like lowering yourself to say that we're just here to be open.
We're on the same level.
Nobody's better.
Now. That's right.
And, some of the questions and the things that we discussed, it was good. Exactly. You learned that, wow, I'm not the only one, or, oh, I've been through that. And it was really good. So I'm going to have another one.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Good. So definitely make sure you let me know about that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to trademark it or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how does it make you feel to be able to gather these women and they're able to be so open? What do you contribute that to?
Probably my craziness and my openness. They probably say she's so open herself. Like, how could we not participate?
Exactly.
I think we have to be careful about what we're around and who we're around, because we're not really, you don't have to be a follower to kind of like gravitate and, someone's behavior, energy become contagious.
Exactly.
So when you're around open energy, love, and good people, it's like you forget. It's like, dang, I done said all this and I ain't supposed to, but then it's like, ooh, I'm glad I did. Like, we always want to find somebody that look like us.
Right.
So I think that's what I can commend the women who support me. And for opening up. Exactly. They're being open and honest. So, yep.
So what keeps you motivated to continue to give of yourself and to pour your story out to others? What keeps you motivated?
God. Trials.
Right.
Tribulations. Freedom.
Right.
It's like this freeness that I developed over the years. And I lied to you guys, and I seriously, going through trials have brought on a freedom that I didn't expect, because as I'm going through the trials, it's like everyone who I thought in the beginning that would be with me, and some of you guys are still here, and please don't, because people would I'm telling you, they take everything you say and they get so emotional.
Yes.
But I mean, if the shoe fit, wear it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be getting mad at me. You know, wear your shoes, you know. But people who have supported me, I lost my thought. Okay, let's go back. God. So he has helped me in trials and tribulations. And as I've had that freedom of going through things and having to openly show it because I couldn't hide it. Right. You can't hide a divorce, you know.
Right. Exactly.
You can't hide certain things and just start saying, look, I'm not going to be embarrassed anymore. I'm just going to accept it. And I started finding out that people loved it.
Yeah.
And people wanted to be around me more. And I was like, me with all this crap? And I think it was because like I said, we all want someone who look like us. It's like,
I think it's the transparency of it. I think it's the transparency of it, that you are able to let people know that I'm human.
Yeah,
I'm human. I'm a woman. I'm a wife. You know, some of us. I'm a mother.
I'm an ex-wife.
And but you were a wife. I
become a wife
but
someday.
Still, though,
yeah, I was a wife.
And not just that, I'm single and I go through things. I have my good days. I have my bad things.
Yep.
Some things hurt me. Some things don't bother me.
Yeah.
Some things break my heart. Some things I'm able to roll off my back. But I think just when people see that you don't have a problem being transparent, and I don't care about your opinions. I don't care what you think of me. But this is how I feel today. Now, I'm not saying I might feel this way tomorrow. Yeah. But this is how I feel today.
And accept that. That's what I always tell women to accept about your girlfriend. She might have called you last night and been like, I can't stand him. I don't want him. You know, I'm not putting up with this no more. She might give him a day of that.
Right.
And then she might call you 2 days from then and be like, she like, where you at, girl? And you like, you know.
Like he laying right in his sleep.
Right. And then don't call me out. You know, don't be like, well, I thought you said, unless you're going to say, girl, I thought you said, but I know it. You know, don't try to down me on that as long as I'm okay.
That's right.
Because I'm human. I woke up today and I might have had a fabulous night. So I woke up like, ooh, you know, and then the next day I might be like, I ain't having it.
Right. I don't feel like it.
Yeah, but roll with my stuff.
But you know what? It's so funny because I think that is not even I think, but for the most part, I think that's where I was this morning.
Yeah.
Like when I woke up to the foolishness, I'm like, look, you know what? I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
You know, and I am allowed to have those days. Everybody else has them.
That's right.
So how come I'm not allowed? I had that. Today was my day.
Because people on social media, because I heard you say, I seen at the bottom, it says my last time posting.
Right.
If you want to post, it's your page. I always tell people, delete me.
Exactly. Exactly.
Delete.
Exactly.
You can even block. I've had people do it. Do it. And guess what I still do? I forget because there's so many people on there.
Exactly.
I'm still going to speak to you out in public.
Right.
I don't forget. It's not that important, you know? So, you know, that's what I always say. And I'm just getting back to, you know, you lose people. And when God has something for you, sometimes he secludes you.
Yes.
So you get into an area where sometimes it feels lonely.
Yes.
You know, because I say that to myself. I'm like, I was just saying on my Instagram, I feel lonely sometimes. I'm here by myself.
Yeah.
But am I going to stop?
Yeah.
Am I going to blame my friends? Oh, you didn't go with me to do this.
Exactly.
You better watch it on live.
Exactly.
You better share it or do something it.
I've had to learn that because I've had the opportunity to do several events. You know, I appeared, you know, I had a small part in my very first play last year. And a lot of these things that I did and I participate, I did them alone. I did them alone. And there were days that I felt like, dang, you know, I have nobody.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But then I have to think, like you just said, God has me over here by myself for a reason.
Yeah. For a reason.
For a reason.
For a reason. And when you're going to go somewhere, I always say, if you can't learn to handle things right now and be alone, why are you asking for $1 million and $1 billion?
Exactly.
When they saying more money, more problems, it's not like, oh, it's people. It's issue. How can you handle more money if you can't handle no money?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to wake up with nothing.
Exactly.
So when you get it, you can keep it. You know, you can't be like, oh, I got it, I'm going to go spend this, I'm going to do that. You got to know how to be by yourself and handle life. So that when God brings you around everybody and he exposes you, that boom day, you good.
You're okay.
You humble. You know, it's like I could be with people or without them. I had that.
Exactly.
You know, so I know what it's like, but I'm going to go out on this stage.
That's right.
I'm going to go to this interview. I'm going to host this event.
Right. Exactly.
I'm going to go to the bank.
Exactly.
And I'm
all by myself.
And you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make it happen.
Exactly.
And that's why I say, but don't look at it as a bad thing like they not around. Right. You know, you're going to know who's not supporting you.
Exactly.
And just look at it as a reason. There's a purpose behind it. You know, you're by yourself because God is getting ready to do something. And that's why I think I'm so off the hook.
Exactly.
Because who's there to stop me?
Right.
By the time y'all stop me, I done put it on the internet already. I done already done it. So it's like, well, y'all going to be like, girl, why you said it? Well, it's said. You know, it's done.
I can't take it back.
It's nothing. That's how I felt.
By myself, I'll have to deal with it by myself.
That's how I felt at the moment.
Does it make?
Yeah. So I mean,
exactly.
You just go with it. So that's why I think that's how I became like that, because that's what God wanted.
Exactly.
That's what I'm accepting in 2018. I'm like this because this is what He wanted me to be.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Like, how do you make sure you stay true to you?
I'm with me.
Right.
All the time.
Exactly.
You know, I'm waking up to me. You know, after this, I'm going to my girl. Shout out to my girl, Teresa Black Diamond. She's having a party tonight.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's having a party at the, I
that
posted
the
it.
80s?
The 80s thing. I'm not in 80s, but I'm slightly in 80s, you know.
Oh,
I got on leg warmers. Hey, girl, that's my big sis. Exactly. We've been rolling together for a while, but
oh my gosh, she's the absolute sweetest too.
Yeah. So she's but before I go there, I'm like, I didn't eat, so I'm probably gonna go out to eat by myself, and I'm gonna sit there and have a good time because I got like emails on my phone and things to check. Exactly. So I'm just true to myself.
Right.
So if I'm feeling good and not hurting me, you're not gonna do it unless I want you to do it.
Exactly.
I gotta want to accept it.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's take a quick break for a minute. You guys don't go anywhere. We will be right back with some more of this awesome interview. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you guys are.
Me too.
Give me a few minutes and we'll be right back.
I'm gonna tag you. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. Share the video. Share it. Share it. Tell everybody to share. And invite me there. Share and invite me there. That's right. And invite my girl Bridget there as well. Hey, I'm going to have her on the Stub Show. We're going to have a good time too.
Yes. And this time we got to make sure we have some wine.
Yeah.
If I'd known I was the husband to go get some wine.
Okay, we're going to have some wine. You know it's going to be at 12 o'clock. It's going to be 5 o'clock somewhere else, but it's going to be 12 o'clock there.
Right. Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. I know the feeling.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to UStyle Magazine Talk Radio. This is your host, Bridget Davis, and I'm sitting here, of course, with my lovely guest, Miss Shadonna Stubbs of The Stubbs Show.
Whoop, whoop. I'm having a good time.
Now, I know along with everything else that you do, you also do marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You do. So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so with the marketing, I help other companies grow their brands. So I do help them with creative ideas, do posting on social media for them, and connect a lot of people, because through doing media, you meet a lot of business people, you
Right.
meet a lot of people. So I like to call myself kind of like the middleman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
kind of like connect people over the years that I met with other people that I think would help them. And yeah, so if you need help with building your small business, I like to deal with beginners if you're just starting out.
Exactly.
And I can help you grow your business. So
Right.
I come up with creative, I become your partner basically.
Right.
And help you
right.
think of ideas, help you become bold like me.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
'cause you
Exactly.
dig stuff out the box.
And I think that's where a lot, and I know even with me and myself, sometimes we become unsure of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And you're out there, but you're scared to be out there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's like should I do this or shouldn't I, or how they gonna take it?
Right.
And,
Exactly. Exactly. So I think that's great. Do you find yourself coming across a lot of business owners that feel that way?
When you're starting out, that's natural.
Right.
No matter, like I said, I meet a lot of people, but out of my humbleness, I was nervous to
Right.
come on the show.
Right. I know.
So I'm just like, dang, I do this all the time.
Right,
But,
exactly.
everything is new.
Right.
Just take that leap of faith.
Exactly.
And do it.
And it's so funny that you say that, because believe it or not, in March I've been broadcasting this show for 1 year.
Okay.
And every Sunday night I get up here
Mm-hmm.
and I'm on my way here and I'm nervous.
That's the humbleness in you.
I'm nervous, and it's almost a year that I've been doing this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm literally nervous all the way here.
Because it's not scripted, too. You just coming up being
Yeah.
yourself. So you're presenting all of you to the world.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
giving yourself. So, that's the humbleness. And I don't know what celebrity said it, but they said you should feel nervous.
Right.
When you're humble, you should feel nervous. You should never think that you arrived if you expect to go higher.
Exactly. I
Never
like
just
that.
say that.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So I always stuck with that. It's okay to be nervous.
Right.
You're going
Right.
to look at my fear did a pretty good job, I would say,
Yes, of course.
I'm going to toot my
Exactly.
own
Yeah,
horn a
you're
little
doing
bit.
pretty good.
So, I just want to say that. Can I give some quick shout outs?
Of course. Of course.
I want to give a shout out to my girls, Shakisha, Caitlin, Elva at Proud Murray's Restaurant and
awesome.
Panage Boutique. She has sponsored and helped the Stubb Show. My girl, LaShawn Woodward Hall over at Legacy Housing and Tax Services. So from So Essential, Head Wraps.
Awesome.
If I miss somebody, please don't knock me. I'm just shouting out some people that's right here at the top that I know that was there. I wish I had my phone because then I could see. Jay Curtis, shout out to him over in Cali, who has been helping and been a part. As I keep going on, I think of some
yeah,
names.
that's
So
fine,
just shout out
that's fine.
to those people. Peggy, Sister Network, Morris, who has been helping me always. If she sees something wrong, she's like the nurse in church. Put this safety pin in your shirt or something. So shout out to her and some people along the way who has just really been. Oh my gosh! Shout out to my girl Victoria Russell Walton over at It's in the Jeans. She definitely helps. Make sure you support her in her Pinky Party, and that's about it. Shout out to Ronald Moulton. Got to give him a shout out as
I
well.
know
Shout out to Ronald
Ronald,
Moulton.
really cool guy, yeah.
He's helping in the school since I was a younger person. I was young, and now he's still always influential person to have around. So that's about it I could think of.
Exactly. So you've named obviously some people that are very dear to you.
Mm-hmm.
That you admire and that has always been in your corner. How important is it for you to make sure that your circle stays clean?
Ooh, you got to keep them clean because your circle shows where you're going.
Exactly.
If you got people that's I say your mess. I mean, that's just everyday life, your stuff.
Right.
But if you got messy people around, gossiping people that's going to bring you down and not support you, that you're going to become what you're around.
Exactly.
So if you're around trash, get ready to dump yourself out.
You know what? Let me tell you. And I remember hearing this statement a while ago. This is a couple of years ago, but it still reigns true day to day, every day, even now in 2018. And the statement was, if you play with trash long enough, you'll begin to smell like it.
Mm-hmm. You start stinking.
Exactly.
You don't want to be out here stinking.
Exactly.
So you got to keep
Exactly.
people around you. everybody around me motivates me just to watch them. They don't even have to talk to me.
Exactly.
Something about them inspires me.
Right.
And that's why I keep those type of people around. During my times when I was down, let me tell you, these aren't the people that's like, you got to call them. You know, I needed a laptop. My girl Vicky she did her interview afterwards. She was like, look, you got a new laptop? I was like, no. She was like, I got one in trunk.
I love it. Look at that. See?
Gave me the laptop. And I'm
that?
like, sis. And she like, look, don't you need it? And I was like, yeah, you know, I needed some lights and a mic. You know, Sean hit me and said, look at this. You know, I needed a spot to do the Stub show.
Exactly.
Keisha was like, I got the boutique.
I love it. Yeah.
You know, they're just there to support. So it's like, I love them. Teresa, since when I was promoting, I did Trina's show, the rapper Trina, some years ago. I did a party in VA. She was down in VA.
Exactly.
You know, at the party. So it was like, you know, these people been rolling with me,
That's
you know.
right.
You know, so I used to manage an artist. Her daughters was dancing for the artist. I mean, it was like, you know, these people go along with you, just love them. You know, these are people going to be on your jet, your yacht, you know, in your mansion. Everybody can't be in your house.
That's right.
They can spend the night.
Not where you lay your head
They
at,
can
right?
have the keys. You know, so yeah, those my folks.
I love that. So what was I always like to ask my guests this since we're at the beginning of the new year. So what was your New Year's resolution?
I don't have any.
None? Okay.
I don't even do the 5-year goal.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm like at 6 months, 1 year. Okay, then I'm going to tell you where I may see myself in 3 years because things happen. So for 2018, I want to be all of me.
Right.
And I want to come out more and be myself, all of me.
Exactly.
You know, I got my stretch marks from my sons. But guess what? I got this little shirt on showing a little bit of these stretches. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
you know,
right.
I wanted to bring all of me back and just make sure I accept all of me. So that's my New Year's resolution, me.
That's right.
Me. I'm
I
being
love it.
selfish,
I love
me.
it. You know what? And there comes a time that you find you have to be selfish.
Yeah.
You do. You
To
have
level
to,
up.
You have to be. Yeah.
But I love
And
people.
I like how you said it, to level up.
Yeah.
You have to be selfish at times.
But I love people.
Right.
I'm not selfless where I'm just like, you can't have, I'm selfish. I'm
Exactly.
selfless. Put it that
Exactly.
way. I'm not selfish.
Exactly.
So, but I want to be about self.
So when you were going, you know, through your dark spell,
Mm-hmm.
did you ever think that your dark spell would propel you to be here?
No. I never saw this. Well, I kind of knew something. I don't know. I saw church stuff coming.
Oh, okay.
I saw, like, back in those days, I was, like, religious. I might get mad at you because you wasn't doing something that the church folks was doing, you know? So that was my thing. I had to get out of that. I never seen it coming. But now when I go through darkness,
Right.
I'm like almost expecting something great. Like, I'm like, if I get through this, something is waiting for me.
Exactly.
Because I've been down so
Exactly.
many other times. So.
Exactly. And you know what? And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, and it's amazing how, you know, we get into a lane where we think this is where I want to be, but sometimes where you want to be is not where God has you or where He's going to have you.
And you hurt your own feelings.
Exactly.
I just had my feelings hurt. Exactly. You know, last year, you know, I was like, God, well, this is what I wanted to do. And He just was like, it's not happening.
Right, exactly. It's not happening.
I had to go back through the
happening.
embarrassing spell of, I said this.
Exactly.
Here come Father.
Exactly.
Saying what He want. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Taking your hand or pulling you away from
Yeah.
where you're reaching to.
Yeah.
He's pulling you away from it because He's like, no, that's not what I have for you.
Or beating you while you're there.
Somebody else's right there. Exactly.
There it is.
That's somebody else's.
Yeah.
Yours is over here.
Yeah, get over here.
Exactly.
Or you ain't gonna get blessed over there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep, that was that.
So I love it. So how can people reach you?
Oh, I'm on Instagram at Stubbs_the brand. That's STUBBS and the brand. I'm on Facebook. Just go to the Stubbs Show. I would tell people to go to Stubbs Leap of Faith, but I'm trying to cut that down to about 300 people.
Okay.
You know, maybe 500. Just people who, my hardcore supporters, people
Okay.
who deserve to see my mishaps.
Exactly.
You know, my messiness on it.
My
messy posts.
Right, the messy
Yeah,
stuff.
the
right?
post that I was like, I shouldn't have posted. So I would encourage you, just go to the Stubbs Show. You can also email me, offaith@yahoo.com, and that's WORLD, offaith@yahoo.com. Bring your girl out. You know, I have an IM program, affirmation program, where I'm trying to get out and talk to our young girls and help them to wake up every morning saying who they are. Because if you know who you are before you walk out that door,
that's right.
Can't nobody tell you nothing, because it's like, I know who I am, you know. So I got the IM program. I would love to bring that out to the teens and help some of our black youth, especially our black young girls, to understand who they are. So email me, worldoffaith@yahoo.com.
Very good. And is that where they can catch the newsletter as well?
Yeah, yep. If you email me and say, I want to be a part of the newsletter, I'll go ahead and enter your email. And if you also put that on the Stubbs Show, and then on my Instagram, I'm trying to get that Instagram up, Stubbs_the brand.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And the Stubbs Show airs
every Thursday at 12 noon. See, I don't do interviews. Thank you. Thanks, Queen. Shout out to LaQuisha Hall, who got me calling women queen. Everybody, I'm like texting, hey, Queen, inboxing, hey, Queen.
I love it.
Make sure y'all check her out. But you can, what was the question?
The Stubbs Show.
Every Thursday at 12 noon. You can follow it on Facebook Live. And if you want, you have a big network, connection with Oprah, Tyler Perry, something major, HBO, let's talk. Let's talk business. Right. I'm trying to take that show to the level. TV need me and my girl.
I like that.
TV need me. Yeah. Like everybody moving out the way. So let's make it happen, you know. So
I like that.
Yep, make sure you support your girl, Stubbs.
Awesome. Great. Well, thanks again for joining me. This has definitely always been a pleasure.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you taking the time and coming over here, hanging out with your girl.
Yes, make sure you guys support my girl, UStyle Magazine, Miss Davis. Show her some support and share this show. Share. You know, let this show go viral.
That's right.
Take us there.
Excellent. So thank you, everyone. This closes another awesome show over here at UStyle Magazine Talk Radio. And, of course, I appreciate you guys always for tuning in. Like and love, like and share and love, all of that stuff. So you guys have an amazing week, of course. I will see you again next Sunday right here, same station, same time, UStyle Magazine Talk Radio. I will see you guys then. Talk to you soon.